Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you are here. I am working in my gratitude journal today for week number 45. I've printed out some photos I want to include in here, and I know you will have this video late today, or it may get ready to be posted later today on this Thursday, or you might see this on Friday morning. I'm having a little bit of a late start to this. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing two different things in my gratitude journal that we did over the weekend. I had to just pull myself away from here a little while after I did my trimming of the photos. The reason you're getting a late start to this video is because we had received some sad news about a family member that I don't want to talk about. It is not my place. All I know is I needed a little bit of time to go in prayer and just kind of pull myself together a little bit. I'm just feeling really sad for a family member, or for some family members at this moment. So that's all I'm going to talk about that. I'm just saying why I am having a bit of a late start. I've got my photos together here. Like I said, I will be doing a 2-page. I did start collaging here a little bit. We did go to the antique mall again. That was on the weekend, of course, before we heard any of the news. All these things usually happen on the weekend when I'm recording in my gratitude journal during the week. So we went to the antique mall, and the same one I have been to before, the one that I went to for my birthday. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, right there. I'm going to try and zoom you in. The spaghetti factory. After we went to... Actually, we went to the spaghetti factory. No, we went to this antique mall first. Then we went to the spaghetti factory for lunch, and then we did another antique mall. But we'd never been to the spaghetti factory before, my husband and I. And on this day's outing, we went with our son, daughter-in-law, and our 2 grandchildren. The other one is in there somewhere. And so yeah, that is what one side will be. And then the other side will be about, I had all my daughters and daughter-in-laws over for brunch. We will talk about this a little bit later when we work on this page. But for now, let's work on this page. And while I'm looking for things to put here, I will insert a few short videos of our outing. I didn't have time this week to make a home video, so I'll just insert a few small clips here. Hope you don't mind. I know most of you enjoy that. And so I will look for stuff and enjoy a short little clip here of us antiquing and going to the spaghetti factory. get?
I got a cotton candy bag.
Oh, that is. Your steak. So from the same paper as I started collaging here, it's just a very old, I think it's a German, very old magazine. I just went ahead and wrote on the edge of that paper, I wrote antique mall shopping, just so that I had something to include up on top there. And we'll just go ahead and glue that on there. This paper is very, very fragile and it rips so easy. Old paper always does that. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach our photo here. I wish you could see it a little bit more clear. I love the stained glass windows they have in this antique mall, and there's all those lamps there. If you are living near Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, oh, I would recommend that you go check that place out. It is so fun walking through there. It has 4 stories. It has the basement, main floor, and then 2 upper levels. And if I will try very hard to remember, and I'll link it and the place down below in the description box in case you ever go to the city and you would really love to go shopping there or browsing. You know, honestly, we didn't buy anything this time. We just went browsing just for fun, and it is so much fun. I thought this page was very antique and vintage looking, so I thought maybe of putting that on here as well. But however, we also went to the spaghetti factory, so I do want to include bits and pieces of that as well. Except the only thing I do have to have reusable menus there, and I did take one of those menus home. I thought this was pretty. This little vase with flowers here. It was a fun outing, and like I said, we had never been to the spaghetti factory before. And the spaghetti factory is down at the Forks where the other antique mall is. But I honestly can say I don't know if I'd like to go there again to the spaghetti factory. We weren't like very impressed with the food. And honestly, Olive Garden beats the pasta by far from the spaghetti factory in my point of view. But each to themselves, right? She even asked me the waitress asked me, she said, do you want a box for your leftovers? I had some kind of chicken pasta dish, and I didn't like it. It was so dry. It was so dry. And there was literally 3 pieces of chicken on there, and I couldn't eat it. And she asked me, do you want a box for your leftovers? And I said, no, that's okay. No, thank you. And she said, did you not like it? And I said, well, I said, I probably just didn't know what to order. I said, we hadn't been here before. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And so she actually took 50% off my order because of that. I never asked her to, but she wanted to, I guess. This is actually the whole menu right here. And I'm going to try and find the food that I had, and also there, right there. That is what I had. I'll just include what my husband and I had, not what our son, daughter-in-law, and grandkids had, because I don't even remember what they had. Okay, and then my husband, he had a steak, but he was also very disappointed in his. But I want to include that in here because that was part of our day. It's part of our experience, and I want to keep it for memory. If any of you have ever been to the spaghetti factory and you really love it, you should let me know what you ordered. That way I can maybe keep that in mind for next time if we go again. Okay, I have a receipt here. I know I have the spaghetti factory logo is on there too, but it's so big I need something smaller, so I'm just going to go ahead. I don't know if I would attach the whole receipt or if I'm going to just include this little piece. Oh, we were at table 64. And then add that on here. It's hard for me to add all the things that I'd like to add because my gratitude journal pages are not very big. I was looking for a pasta dish, you know, that I could find and just put over here. Do you think I can find a pasta dish when I'm looking for one? No, apparently not. I have tons of magazines, but I don't have time to look through all the magazines right at this moment to look for a pasta dish. If I ever come across one, I will still glue that in here and add it. And this little trip here was just a spur of the moment decision. We felt like having an outing, and our son and daughter-in-law as well, and then so we just decided to go for it. Okay, where did I leave mine? Right there. Hope you all enjoyed my crafting video last week. Some of you were saying that you didn't mind if the videos are a little bit longer, so that is nice to know. My gratitude journal videos are usually not very long, but maybe this one will be a little bit longer. I went ahead and I went through my magazines. I'm like, there has to be a pasta bowl here, and I found one in one of my thrifted magazines. I feel like that makes it a little bit more legit. I don't know. It just, I'll add that right down there. makes it feel more complete, and it actually even kind of looked like this too, so that's a bonus. There we go. Does that look complete? Or should I add anything else? I think it looks complete. I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave that as it is. I hope you enjoyed that short little video, that clip that I added in here. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you. We'll go ahead and move over to the right side of the page here. I had my daughters and daughter-in-laws over for brunch on Monday. We had, of course, waffles and bacon and fruit trays and all the sauces and all the fixings and all the things that go with waffles. So we had a very yummy brunch, and we took some photos. Here's myself, and then my 2 daughters, and then the 3 daughter-in-laws. Here we added the 2 granddaughters in here as well. We have 2 granddaughters and 6 grandboys. So it was a girly day. Even though the grandboys were there on this day, but they were playing downstairs mainly. So my granddaughter, our oldest granddaughter, is almost as tall as her mom. But she was also standing on her tippy toes there. Her mom is pretty short, so. But yes, I want to make this whole page about that day. And while I'm looking for items over here, maybe I'll include a little bit of a footage of the food. It's a short little video. I didn't videotape anything else because it was just a special fun day to sit, visit, and have laughter and be joyful together. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this photo down first. And then I found this, Love You Forever and Always. I think that's kind of fun and goes with the theme. I really enjoy being with my daughters and daughter-in-laws. To me, they feel like they are my friends, and they're my family, they're my friends, they're my joy. So I think that would be just fine to add that in here. Okay, I think I might have to trim this a little bit off here. I think that would be kind of fun to add maybe some kind of washi tape on the edge here, as well as maybe some lace. Oh, I was going to go ahead and distress this a little bit before adding it. I've got glue on it already. There is lace on this side that's sticking out, so I decided not to go for lace. However, I do have some washi tape here. I think that would look really nice here. Just want to make it a girly page with some flowers. So I went ahead and I did a little bit of journaling here. I just wrote, it was a fun ladies' day, having brunch together, visiting, laughter, enjoying each other's company. And I thought maybe this little flower here at the bottom would look really nice. And then I have a few words I would like to add in there as well. And this is a transparent flower, so you can still see through there even though the flower is going over at the top. There, I zoom you in a little bit more. I was going to do these hearts, but that's not going to work. So I have, I'm going to washi that I'll add down here as well, just to pull that together, and it matches, the colors match with the flowers so nicely. There we go. Whenever you are done using washi, always fold the end over so that later on when you're wanting to find a start, you'll find it quite easily. I have this music note here, and I believe this is a rub-on sticker with the flower. Wouldn't that look pretty on top of there? I think so. I'm going to give that a try. I feel like this should be a rub-on sticker, which I thought it was, but it didn't work. It's I thrifted these. I don't know. It's kind of weird. To me, it looks like it should be a rub-on sticker, but that definitely was not. Or it just is old and wasn't working. But it peeled off very nicely, so it almost feels like fabric now that I have peeled it off. That is so pretty. I love that. Okay, and then I want to add the word grateful. I'm so grateful for each of my daughters and daughter-in-laws, and I need to add that somewhere. I don't want to cover anybody's face, so I need to figure out how this is going to go on here. You can't see it very well there. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put it over this. You can't read the saying on there very well anyhow. And you can definitely see the grateful word. And you can read, I guess, a little bit through of the other words as well. And let's see. Memories. I like that. You know, making memories. And I will add that right over here. There we go. I have another one here that says lots of love. I'm gonna add that right there. Wow, I like that. I had thought about adding this bright orange flower here, but now I'm thinking no, not so much. And I have kind of covered up this lace a little more than I like to. There. That will be it for today. Wow, that looks pretty. I like it. So we've got the antique mall shopping, a spaghetti factory. And you can see the spaghetti factory sign in the window there as well. And then we have the brunch here with my daughters and daughter-in-laws, and a little bit of a saying. And I am feeling so blessed to have the family that we have and to have all these ladies in my life. It is a huge blessing. And I often feel like I maybe fail as a mom and mom-in-law, but you know, we all make mistakes, we all learn, we all love each other very much, and that is the most important part, right? We all love each other, and we create memories together, we forgive, we forget, and we just find the joy in each other's company. And I'm just forever so thankful for all of the ladies here, for my whole family. But that will be it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you all a beautiful weekend. Thanks for watching.